Week 3 began with the Giants losing to the 49ers 30-12 in what was somewhat of a competitive game up until the fourth quarter. Proving that it just proves, though, that the 49ers are still a good football team and that the Giants are just not that, or are in for a long fucking year. Anyway, time for the rest of your picks. Let's get started, because I don't have time for this bullshit. Falcons going on the road to take on the Detroit Lions. What the fuck happened to the Lions last week? Oh, I know what happened to the Lions last week. They got overconfident and forgot that the Seahawks were still a talented football team, so therefore they lose another game in a shootout. And they lose in overtime this time around. Jesus Christ. And the Falcons, they're 2-0 is 2-0. My concern for the Falcons long term is the consistency, but I kind of like what Arthur Smith is doing a little bit. I mean, yeah, he's not catering to the fantasy football crowd, which, okay, fine, whatever, but he's winning football games. Now they're facing the Lions. The Lions are a little bit banged up. 2-0 versus 1-1. Let me... Coin flip time, motherfuckers. Try that one again. Yeah, that's fucking wonderful. Okay. Landed head's fine. Take the Detroit Lions to win this game. Chargers going on the road to take on the Minnesota Vikings. I believe the Chargers are 0-2 and the Vikings are 0-2. Oh boy. Chargers are in a bit of panic. Chargers should be in a little bit of panic mode. One thing to lose to the Miami Dolphins. The Dolphins are a good football team. But then you lose to the Titans. Granted, they're not that bad of a football team, but they are an aging football team, and they blow back-to-back leads. I thought defense was supposed to be Brandon Staley's specialty, and yet his defenses still find a way to blow leads late in the fourth quarter. I mean, give me a fucking break. And yes, Justin Herbert is overrated as fucking bullshit. And they're facing the Vikings, who in all intents and purposes at least lost to some teams that actually have talent. The Buccaneers have talent, and as do the Philadelphia Eagles. More on those two teams later, that's for sure. But like I said, so Chargers might not make the playoffs this year, so I'll give the Vikings one more chance. Loser of this game might as well look ahead to next season. But yeah, take the Vikings. Saints going on the road to take on the Green Bay Packers. Tough loss for the Green Bay Packers last week. Jordan Love is not a bad quarterback. He's not a great quarterback, but he's not necessarily a bad one either. And plus the Packers defense, yeah, they need to do a better job this coming week. I'm gonna take the Packers to win here, though. The Saints' offense has not impressed me that much, and I think the Packers do have enough weapons. I think Aaron Jones should be back, but even if he's not, who gives a shit? I think the Saints do lose this game, though. So yeah, take the Packers to win. Texans going on the road to take on the Jaguars. Oh, Jesus Christ. Jags, end of story, moving on. Broncos going on the road to take on the Miami Dolphins. To the people bitching about the pass interference, the subjective no-call pass interference penalty. Don't let that distract you from the fact that this Broncos team still fucking sucks. It is what it is. Get the fuck over it. And the Dolphins picking up a much-needed victory over the New England Patriots. That much-needed victory. It's only week 2, but you get my point. It's important. Division games are important. End of story. And I think Waddle is actually going to be out for this game. But last I checked, they still have Tyreek Hill, and I don't care what Vic Fangio says on camera. He is looking for payback against the Denver Broncos for firing him. He's just being professional here. Take the Miami Dolphins to win this game. Titans going on the road to take on the Cleveland Browns. Jesus fucking Christ. The Browns offense cost the team. The Browns offense led by Deshaun Watson cost them the game. I mean, Jesus fucking Christ. And I did get a chance to actually see the Nick Chubb injury. I could only find it on YouTube because ABC refused to show the replay. The people in attendance saw the replay, and that was the worst fucking injury I've ever fucking seen. And I saw Ed McCaffrey's leg broken. Again, as far as the actual game goes, I'm gonna take the Tennessee Titans to win this game. Yes, I understand the Titans are old, but they still are. I don't trust Kevin Stefanski's play calling for one thing, and I also don't trust Deshaun Watson. Take his ridiculous off-season, off-the-field issues out of it. It's got nothing to do with it. But yeah, you know what? Fuck that shit. I'm taking the Cleveland Browns. I'm gonna go ahead and take the Browns. Fuck that shit. Yeah, pick James off the bat. Take the Browns to win. All right, Bills going on the road to take on the Washington Commanders. The Commanders are 2-0 by hook or crook. So like I say, get the fuck over it. And it looks like the Buffalo Bills are going to be back on track because they beat the shit out of the Las Vegas Raiders last week. This game's tougher for me. This game's a tougher game than I want to admit, but I'll go ahead and take Buffalo to beat the Commanders. I think the Commanders do suffer their first loss of the season. I mean, Bills are a better team than what the Commanders were previously facing. Colts going on the road to take on the Ravens. Oh, Jesus Christ. Do I even need to say it? Gardner Minshew might be playing. I don't give a shit. Ravens, end of story, moving on. Patriots going on the road to take on the New York Jets. That 1-0 train didn't last very long because they got their teeth kicked in by the Dallas Cowboys. And the Patriots, they need this win badly. This is the first time in a long time that I'm not sure who's going to win. Because most of the time it's the Patriots that's winning these fucking games. I gotta do it. Coin flip time. God damn it! Sorry about that. Wow. Sorry, I don't feel like bending over and picking things up. Come on, man. Jesus fucking Christ. You know what? Fuck the coin flip. I'm getting fucking pissed. Take the fucking Patriots. End of fucking story. Jesus fucking Christ. Panthers going on the road to take on the Seattle Seahawks. Seahawks. End of story. Moving on. Oh, fuck. Continuing with the late afternoon schedule. Bears going on the road to take on the Kansas City Chiefs. Most of the nation is going to be watching this fucking game. Holy fucking shit. What a fucking week for the Chicago Bears. Justin Fields mouths off and about how it's the Bears coaching's fault for his fucking struggles. And he's partially right, but what he was really saying was, I'm too dumb. this is what he was really saying, okay? I am too stupid to play NFL quarterback. I want to play backyard football. That's basically what he's fucking saying. He's openly admitting that he's not an NFL quarterback. And I'm sorry. And this is not anything to agree to disagree on. If you can't get it done in the fucking pocket, you are not an NFL quarterback. Back. Fuck out of here with that horse shit. Now, with that being said, this game could have the makings of what happened last year at New England for whatever fucking reason. You know, that was one of the weirdest. That was one of the weirdest outcomes of last season. The Bears beating the Patriots in the fashion that they did. Granted, they had issues at the quarterback position and who was starting and who was not starting, whatever the fuck. But the and that's why I think the Chiefs are going to beat the Bears. It's most likely going to be by at least 4 touchdowns and 4 extra points, of course. But yeah, Chiefs. End of story. And it wasn't just because of Justin Fields' mouth. It was the Bears firing their defensive coordinator, essentially firing them. And then they didn't say anything about. And yeah, he resigned, most likely because he was told to resign, most likely. Like, I don't know. I don't like acting like I know everything. And their great stadium was broken into, too. Jesus fucking Christ. Moving on. Cowboys going on the road to take on the Arizona Cardinals. The Trayvon Diggs injury really hurts the Cowboys secondary in the sense that they won't be getting the spectacular interceptions. However, Diggs is also the type of corner that also gives up big chunk plays because he's trying to go for the interception. I mean, that's bound to happen. However, it's not that big of a loss as everybody's making it out to be. Now, if it's or at least some people, not everybody, but you know what I mean. Now, if they lost Micah Parsons for the season due to the circumstances that they lost Diggs, then it would be a little bit concerning. Even though they still have Lawrence. I mean, the Cowboys are going to be fine. And take the Cowboys to defeat the Arizona Cardinals. All right, Sunday Night Football. Steelers going on the road to take on the Raiders in Las Vegas in Allegiant Stadium. The robot vacuum. Listen. Kenny Pickett does not deserve credit for the comeback from behind victory. I know he gets the come from behind victory credit technically, but the real come from behind winner was T.J. Watt. So I don't want to hear that shit. I mean, he did throw a nice pass to Pickens for a score because the Browns defense blew their fucking coverage, but that's how it normally works in the NFL. Sometimes shit happens for a reason. And the Raiders, oh man, they got their teeth kicked the fuck in. Shit. Normally I would coin flip, but for some reason that's not fucking working for me tonight. So I'll just take the Raiders to defeat the Steelers. Both teams are very unimpressive right now. Fuck it. Take the Raiders. All right. Eagles going on the road to take on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers in the first of the Monday night doubleheader. It's not really a doubleheader. It's just that one of them is an hour earlier than the other. But so yes, the Eagles so far looking like what they're supposed to look like. The Buccaneers, a surprising team to some, but let's be fair about this. I mean, it's everybody. Some people thought the Buccaneers were going to be a bad football team, not taken into account. Yeah, and yes, Todd Bowles is still very suspect, but again, I gotta repeat myself if I haven't said it already. One of the main reasons why the Buccaneers was struggling was because Tom Brady was starting to show his age finally. I mean, give me a break. When you saw Tom Brady play like he did last year, yes, offensive line had something to do with it, but the main reason why the Buccaneers were struggling last year was because of Brady. I'm not saying Baker Mayfield's great, and that's why, and he's going to be facing a really good Philadelphia Eagles defense, which is why I'm taking the Philadelphia Eagles to defeat the Buccaneers. But look for the Buccaneers to stay in the NFC South race long term. But yeah, take the Eagles to defeat the Bucs. And finally, the Rams taking on the Cincinnati Bengals exclusively on ESPN Primetime Football Monday. The Rams are 1-1, and the Bengals are 0-2. And of course, this is the rematch of last year's Super Bowl. Ooh, God. I'm going to give the Bengals one more chance and take the Bengals to defeat the Rams, but I gotta be honest with you. If the Bengals start 0-3, that's going to be a hell of a fucking mountain to climb. Because I don't think they'll. I mean, you could forget about the Bengals winning the NFC. I think you forget about the Bengals winning the AFC North to begin with, but you may forget about them clinching a playoff spot. Period. If they start 0-3, yeah, definitely the most disappointing team in 2 weeks. Thankfully, it's just 2 weeks. But yeah, I'm a little concerned about the Bengals. I'll say this: if Joe Burrow is out, I am definitely taking the Rams. I think it might be a game time decision. I better research that. But yeah, go ahead. But yeah, expect this one to be changed and expect it to be in the description down below. But yes, take the Cincinnati Bengals. Let's see what happens when chaos continues. Till next time, later, fuckers.